Alright, so I'm just gonna start to look at the energy of your home that is yours. And it's vibrating at orange, and I'm going to do this similar to an aura reading that I would do for a person. Just read the layers. So the first layer of the house is vibrating at a soft green color, and there's some blue, and it's a very healing color, and I see different elements of earth and trees and water, and it's like you have all the elements there, and there's something very balanced about the actual location that it's on. And it looks like you do have a spirit guide or an energy helping you keep this space healed and sacred. And that actually may be part of, it's almost as if you're not supposed to be there yet. I know that you're not actually living there now. And it's like energetically, like it's being cooked, it's being prepared. So, and then the foreign energy that you are releasing is at a gray color. And the gray color that you are releasing is the energy of chores or things to do. And it's interesting because it looks very much just like energy. It's like almost the responsibility of what you should be doing instead of enjoying this home. And the image I see very clearly is you reading and writing and being creative. So it seems as if when you do move, or when you're at this home, like is that as if you're doing nothing, but energetically you're doing a lot. So when it's time for things to manifest, they'll happen faster, even though you're not going through a bunch of tasks or motions. And then I see the thing of it being separate. Maybe it's from your mom or your family or from your children, but it's like the actual location of it being separate. And that's like a worry for some people connected to you, but it's actually a good thing too, because you need that separation to clear the energy and keep it separate from everybody else's agenda. And it looks like there may be somebody that it doesn't seem you know yet, but it looks male. Maybe almost as if a maintenance person or someone that watches the home, a manager or some sort. But it looks like a good relationship, and really just he is very responsible, and it looks good, and it looks good for you. Moving to the second layer of this home, it is vibrating at a soft yellow color, and it's also some pink in there for this house as well. And there's a lot of beauty. I just keep seeing the images of flowers, and it's where it's just very pretty to look at, so it has that feeling of enjoyment. Energy that you are releasing as I help ground this house in present time. There's a foreign male energy, and it's where it's almost the energy of punishment, and it's similar to the cycle of a little bit, any toxic relationship where it's like you get something you enjoy, and then there's a little bit of a lapse of like punishment after. And I see you separating from that energy for yourself, and so it's carrying along into your home. And then it's also you giving yourself permission. It's like as you said, you may be using it as an Airbnb, but it's also you giving yourself permission to enjoy your home and not just other people. And it's that programming that pretty much all female have of to put others first, um, which you can do when it's by a conscious choice and not just an useless programming that is not really helping anybody. You can enjoy it too, and then everybody's happy as a result when you're happy. So I see that is what you're moving out, and that's at a soft gray, and that's not something that you witnessed or your family for yourself. So this is a new experience that you may have to consciously give yourself permission to let yourself enjoy the things that you have. And it's almost like a relationship, creating a healthy relationship with a material thing, but it still vibrates into other relationships, even the one that you have with yourself. So that looks like a good thing. And to accept that you have it and that it's enough and that you enjoy it because it's a great creation. Moving to the third layer of your aura, it is vibrating at of the house's aura, excuse me. It is vibrating at a soft green as well. And it's actually, as I'm saying hello to this color, moving more towards a darker emerald green. And the energy that you are releasing as we ground this house is hiding energy. It looks like it's about money, and it almost looks as if, and it may be just a worry or it may be a legit worry, I don't know, but either way you want to release this energy and become senior as a spirit to it and as a person. But it's the energy of like having to hide your money because if somebody sees that you have an income, and that may be related to your ex husband, but that it's that same energy that you were clearing from the second of like a backlash, you know, when people are not happy for you. So when something good happens, there's like a you know, a push that they're not happy. So what helps you to release this energy, and I see it as mostly male, it's coming out at a very light gray. It's just a knowingness, and we use this term of amusement, and even if it's almost like faking it till you make it. Like even if it's not, you know, really that funny, it's like just having that attitude of like, I know that things are working out for me, and really it seems as if it can't hurt you anymore. Maybe at one point this was a threat, but it's not anymore. So you just have to like know that this is kind of what comes, and then the more ease you have as you approach this energy or work with it, the easier to leave and the easier you'll be free of it. But when you get very reactive is when it becomes a problem. And so just knowing that even though this may be a trigger, you've already passed it, and just to handle it with ease and grace, and that's when the energy will get softer and softer and not so demanding. Moving to the fourth layer of the house's aura, and you may notice that it does correspond with you and your aura, and everything is connected. So you may be getting a healing as well, while your house gets a healing, and that's very good. So moving to the fourth layer of your aura, of the house's aura, excuse me, is vibrating at a soft pink and a soft blue. And I'm seeing the image of celebration. Even like it was almost, the image was as your kids grow older and get more independent, this place will be someplace to collect and celebrate, to have celebration and be happy, and almost like a vacation home vibration. Like this is the place where we will join and celebrate and have good things happen. And it's not there yet, but it looks like you're preparing for that vibration. There's still a little bit of stillness and quietness, like you went through something kind of traumatic. You separated from your husband and you had a big change, and so there's still a little bit of like this stillness and quietness and a little bit of fragility of the fourth layer of the aura of the house, and that's makes sense and that's okay. I'm just saying hello to it to kind of make it a little bit softer and more malleable. The energy is at a white, and it's just kind of that post trauma fear, and that's okay. Everything's okay just the way it is, and just kind of saying hello to it automatically makes it a little bit softer and therefore more flexible to heal and shift. And there's almost, and you're not there yet, there's almost a level of like forgiveness or compassion that comes with that, just that you are going to experience happiness. And your family is going to experience happiness, and this house is going to experience happiness. And then there's a level of forgiveness for all the unhappiness and the energy that doesn't want you happy, which looks like the relationship with your ex. And this forgiveness comes over, and it's almost like a sense of gratitude after, of like how much you can heal and grow as a spirit and still have a nice life. And that house is a reflection. So I'm going to move to the fifth layer of the aura of this house, and this is vibrating an orange color. I'm just using the colors to describe the energy. And there's this very ease of almost like if there's birds in the yard, but there's this you know that you study some philosophy as well, so it's like almost like the traditions of whatever you have studied. It looks like you're going or already have some type of bell, and that vibration. So you want to know, you want to, it looks like you want to use, and you will use the information that you know from your own spiritual information, as someone who studies, that you'll just set the energy. You're going to put things in there that makes the energy very nice. And there's an ease in communication, like even if it's just as simple as the mailman, there's an ease and flow of communication, which looks very, very good. There's a little bit of fear, which I'm not quite sure why, but it looks like it's from your mom, and it doesn't look like a big deal. It's just maybe she's confused if, you know, what she's going to do as she gets older, if she's visiting you a lot. But anyway, there's something going on with that telepathically, because so each layer of the aura that I'm reading references also the chakras. So moving to the sixth layer of the aura of this house healing, which is so the first is the survival, the second is emotions, the third is the willpower and strength, the fourth is affinity, and then the fifth we just did was communication. So this one now, 6, is the clairvoyant space. Yes, the clairvoyant neutral space of the house. So this layer of the house's aura is vibrating at a soft green color. And the soft green color, and it just looks very clear that basically this is your house. Like at the end of the day, whatever you do, if you're going to run a little business through it, it's really your house. I see some confusion. It looks like maybe the neighbors, or if you are having a business, the people that are going to come through, and it's almost just the energy of concern. It doesn't look like anything serious or like there may be anything actually to worry about. It's just more an energy. And so as I say hello to this and help it ground out and release, ground out, I mean just letting the energy move and flow back to the earth to recycle and separate. It's coming out at a tan color. And the energy as it's releasing, it looks like actually male, because you're a female and this house is a business. Whether you use it for business or not, it is a business and it's an investment. So you're releasing, as you're taking a step up as a spirit and a female body, that you are taking control and independence of your money. Energetically, you're releasing the opposing energy, which is a little bit of male resentment and concern, and it's natural, but also maybe not the most helpful energy of just it's almost a lower vibration of anytime a man close to you didn't really want to help or do something or take care of something, and it may be because of their own limits and not really about you, but it's something that you've experienced and that you are giving yourself freedom by getting senior to this, by shifting the energy to power. So that's the energy releasing. And then moving to the last layer, which is at it's the 7th layer of the aura of this house. And this is the outermost layer, so this is the senior. This is where outside energy would see the house. It's the outermost layer, and this is also where the house sets the vibration for itself. I see this at a berry purple color. And it's again a beautiful color, just as the house is beautiful, this color is beautiful, and it's like almost the images that I see is like a painting that almost like you dreamed it and then you created it. And I almost see you actually painting there or doing some type of art or creative endeavor or having collaborations. And it looks like maybe you're going to be doing things a little bit different than your neighborhood or the neighbors, or running the show differently, which could be a trigger for people, but it looks like it's not so much. And it won't be such a big deal, because it looks like part of it is just the way the energy is set, and it's set at this beauty, so it almost has like a regal respect. Like it's like people will just naturally feel happy that the house is there, that it's the energy is well and good, and then therefore you have like more freedom and permission to do what you want in there, and people will respect that. That's what I see. Any foreign energy you would like healed or kind of shifted or moved. So the energy that is releasing, and it's a reflection as well as you're growing as a spirit in your house, but it's where it sounds very dramatic, but it's just an energy. Everything is just an energy, especially when you think of it that way. just an energy. But it's, I could use a lot of words, but it's almost like female hysteria, and it's the energy of us as females, or when we get nervous and react, and it's kind of like almost like panic, like a panic, and that's okay. This is normal. There are normal reasons for this energy to exist. We have babies, and we have to be heightened and alert. So it's not a bad thing, but it's not very productive, and it's not very fun. And I see, except when it's not needed anyway, and it's not needed, and it's something that it's almost like the aura is getting, like scar tissue is healing. It's almost like a reflection of you, they're really getting a healing in your aura, and it's reflecting in this house, like scars being healed or relaxed. And the good thing about that is when the energy is healed and calm, it's almost like a nervous system, like that energy is going to be reflected. So it's, as you're healing, the cycles end. It doesn't have to be recreated, and the good energy is attracted. And I see that that's on the way to being healed and in the process. And it's almost just like a process of like you already set it in motion, it's already happening, but then there's like a thing of like, energy is so fast, and then us in human bodies or in physical bodies in the material world, there's like a gap. And so I see that you have to go through the motion, like the physical reality of that healing. So it's going to get a little bit tested or come up, and just to simply know, like just remember the reading, remember to know, like, and the female hysteria comes up when there's a problem, like whatever, like just to make something up, like something goes wrong in the house or whatever it could be. And then as a female, you're on your own and don't have too much of that. You have to figure it out on your own, even though people will come and help you. That's the idea that's scary. And so just knowing that you're not alone, you're not abandoned, and there will be a positive result. I see that this house will be positive and safe, and it'll come. If little things come up, they'll be healed fast and resolved fast. So it's just knowing that's where the healing happens. You just know it, and then you can see yourself kind of get triggered, go through the motion, and heal. And then I see that's where your house is energetically getting a healing right now, is on that outermost layer. And so I can actually go ahead and do a healing, but I just want to see if you have a question, and let me just figure out, because I pressed mute and I have to figure out how to unmute. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. You asked me if I have a question for you?
Yes.
Yeah, so far I love what you've said about it, and I mean the garden and everything I'm creating there is very, very different from anything that's around that area. I just want to know if there'll be success and whether there'll be happiness there. I know you said there's celebrations. I see it exactly the way you've been saying it, as something completely different, a place of happiness, and I have been using everything I know through my yoga journey to create this house. So you're really spot on there. Whether there'll be happiness there, whether the business will be a success, because it is my house, but I also want to be able to earn some money from it too, while I can't live there.
So this is okay, and it might sound a little bit repetitive of what I already said, but that's okay, because that's a healing too, to hear it, and it's a vibration of being healed. I'm just gonna mute it again for a bit. Okay, sorry, I'm new with the muting. Okay, so but the question, yes. I see clearly the intention. It's already there, it already exists. I see the success of the house, that is, and then I see where you may notice, and as we're saying hello to it and communicating, and I'm psychically looking at it, it's again getting healed and softened, so maybe it's not such a stressful process. But I see there's like a little bit of intimidation or fear, and it's releasing at a white, and already it's going to you're gonna have shifted a lot of energy just by this reading. But and it makes sense, but it's almost as if it's a little bit of fear about just, it's almost like a new chapter, a new relationship. It's like somebody who got out of a relationship is going into a new relationship. There's going to be a little bit of that like fragile fear phase of, even if you know, everything's great, of just walking through the door to the next chapter. So that's mostly what I see, is a little bit of stagnant energy about that. And there's like almost like and it's fine, it's gonna work out, it's just, and that's a symbol of how you're growing, because it looks like it reflects a belief system, or, and you may have a good reason of developing a fear about, again, what we already talked about, but it's like getting in trouble for changing something, making progress, receiving money on your own. And it's not that you are going to get in trouble, but it just seems like something from your past, whether that's from childhood or from your marriage, that you experienced. And so you're going to have a different experience, but it's getting past the fear about it. So there's almost like a hiding energy. And it looks like everything's in place again, like your neighbors, the community, the people. It looks like you're going to have to work with some people, but it looks like this is your creation, that you want a positive result, and that it's meant to be almost, it's already there. It's just a matter of catching up and going through the steps. So what I can do is help kind of be a conduit or assist energetically and helping you set the energy. So you can just take a moment and thinking of how to do it, but you could think of maybe 3 words that describe the energy of the house. And okay, you're
love, healing, and laughter.
And then I want you to pick one color that represents this energy, that you like, a color you're in affinity with.
Probably the purple, like a soft purpley mauve color.
Okay. So I'm basically just psychically validating the energy that you're setting, that you're creating, and I'm just going to help ground it and kind of give it a healing, and almost like it's like psychically saying good job, so that that energy can feel a little bit stronger. And great. So I keep using that word grounding. So it's basically making the energy that you're choosing consciously strong, and that'll be the dominant energy. And then people and things will react just to that vibration, because it's solid. So I'm just gonna do a little work on that, and I'll be maybe a little bit quiet for a bit. So the energy that I see triggered, and maybe this is accurate or maybe it's just an energy, but it's where there's concern and fear, because it looks like maybe your ex is paying for some things, and it's almost as if this house is a good thing. It's a very positive thing that's yours. You own it. But it's almost that idea of like, if you have something, it's like a lack mentality, but and it's not your mentality, but because of the relationship, it's where he wouldn't give you what you need because you have something, which, to be honest, if he wanted to be like that, he would probably just be like that regardless if you had the house or not. So that's one way to think of it, and it kind of makes it a little bit easier to let your house like bloom, or just be fully functioning and successful, and not stifle it. So I'm just gonna work on that energy and just kind of separate those energies from your house. And one thing that helps is, and you may already do this, so it's not that you don't, but to friends or people that are not your family or your ex-partner, is just don't talk about the house to them, just because it attracts their energy on it, and you want this to be a sanctuary space for you, and not so much of their attention on it. And then I'm gonna work as well with your kids and just energetically show them the vibration, and kind of just like welcoming and comfort of being able to access this creation, and how the energy is set, like an introduction. And then I think your ex-husband's getting the point that it's this is not his not welcomed energetically, and that looks good. I'm just saying hello to that. A little bit of like protection, energetic protection. So I see you working with a protection energy too, and it's almost like a ruby red color. And if you're comfortable, I whatever you're comfortable with, but I almost see like the archangels are nice energies to work with as protectors, but putting them on the circumference of the house's property. And it's not like there's anything to be protected from, but it's just like a separation. And I see that mostly just with your ex, that it's just an energetic, like this is mine, and almost like a fence, an energy fence, just to separate and define. And that looks good. And then just gonna help this energy space in the house kind of refill, like in present time, almost at a gold vibration, just to really heighten the frequency. And it looks like there's already people that you're going to be working with. If you don't already know them, they're already set up energetically, and they look good. So I'm just saying hello to those people involved. And as you may use this as a business, saying hello to the people as guests who may visit and stay there. Almost like you would do as a person, like these are the rules of my house, this is the energy. So I'm just kind of helping with that, with the colors you picked. And if this makes sense at all, is there somebody that would be like a property manager, or that would be kind of overlooking things? Does that make any sense?
Not as yet, but there will be when it's finished.
Okay.
So as opposed to like a normal Airbnb, I see it as a healing place. The energy that I've created around it is very like a healing energy, so that so there's a hospital nearby, so if people come to stay, they're sort of in this beautiful atmosphere instead of a hotel room. And I see it being used for workshops and different things around that nature too.
Okay, great. So I'm already saying hello to it energetically, which is already a thing, and so I'll just communicate it to, but it's where, um, and you'll get, it's like anything we do, like we start slow, we get a hold of, we understand how it works, and we pick up speed, and then we have it down. But it looks like just, for the most part, it's really high frequency. I see, again, that's important, that the neighborhood supports you, um, whether they just like the energy of it or they like that it looks pretty. There's something good. That's a big deal. I see some of the people coming through mostly good, and then I'm saying hello in advance to there's some energies that are, and it's almost like, and that would make sense, when energy is very high or shiny or healthy. Sometimes there's also, it attracts good things, but then also it could attract, very desperate energy that really needs healing, which maybe that energy isn't even at the level of healing yet. It's just kind of, desperate. And I see that energy, I'm kind of backing off as far as a guest. And it looks like if there's a middle person or somebody that is, overseeing things or checking people in or something of that manner. I don't know exactly how it works, but it looks like they're a very important role. If they, say hello to people, that'll kind of be, that small thing will just keep any, funky energy out for us people who come there. And you're going to pick it up. You're going to get a hold of it and be able to understand it. And, yeah, it'll be a boundary. And that looks like part of also something with this reading. It's with the house, but also for you, where it's like how to create a sanctuary for yourself, like your body is your home, and then with this house, but then also, and invite certain energies, to be in your life, but then have that boundary. And that's where you're at for now. And maybe things will shift, but you still need that boundary. So I'm also just saying hello to that. It's like you want to be soft and open as you are on the other side of your healing journey, but then also be smart and, not, yeah. It's okay to be a little bit tough. That's what I see. It's okay. It's okay. And it's okay if you, are a little bit too tough, because this is just part of your healing, and that's maybe what you need for a bit. And I just see that that's the communication you needed. You don't have to please everybody, and you can change and grow as you're ready to. And that results in your house as well. Okay, great. So I see the healing work done and everything done. And I was going to say we can look at the money space of this as a business, but honestly I see that is done and it looks really good. The color, and you can use any color you like, but the color I see it coming in as a very soft green. And I already see it's already, people interested energetically. It's because of the energy you're setting at the house. So I'm going to give you a next step and, finish this part of the reading. So the next step is it's at a blue, and it's an electric blue. It's almost like a very strong blue, and I see you playing with vibration, and whether it's playing music or taking a weekend trip with the kids and letting them make a noise in the house. And it's like breaking the it's like opening the present or cutting the first slice of the cake. I see you just wanting, it's basically energetically busting any serious energy or uptight energy about change, or it's uptight energy about growth, about money coming in, about abundance. And I see just making noise. So joy, music, bringing the kids there for a day so they can play a game in the house and make some noise, but I see make some noise in the house, and it's just going, it's setting a vibration of positivity. Okay, great. So I'm just going to make energetic separations from your house, just taking my energy out of anything that may have gotten into your house. It's just a clear energetic reading. And then if you haven't, you may want to just jot down a note of those 3 words and the color that you chose for the energy. Okay. And you can also find that color and put it up. And actually, it's a good idea to, that color that you picked, it was a soft purple, I believe. To find a color, a painting, or paint it yourself, but put it by the doorway, so when people walk into the house, they see that color. And it's almost like an energetic description of, and it'll just be subconscious, but it's like, okay, they're picking up, they're reading intuitively the energy that you would like this house to be, so that they can participate and even have permission to participate in a nice vibration. So that looks really nice. And then so for any other next steps coming up, yeah, the next step color is at a blue, but it's the same thing. I see it both for the house and both for you. And okay, sorry, let me fix it. Hopefully that worked. So the next step is to positive affirmations, because you're there. Sometimes in the healing work, like a positive affirmation really isn't resonate yet, but it just looks like you're there. And whether it feels true or not, it's like you're setting that seed for yourself. Do positive self-talk, and then also positive words inside your house, to your house, and it's setting a vibration. And your kids will pick up on it, even if they don't know that you're doing it. They will pick up on it energetically and be able to have that positivity for their own thoughts or with you. Okay, so we'll complete this part of the reading. May it be with the blessings of the Supreme Being that this house healing is complete. Amen.